Hello, hello. All right, today we're going to talk about being grateful for the most important person in your life that's going to make radical change to what you're doing. And that is you. So often we say thank you to others. Oh, thank you so much for bringing me my lunch. Thank you so much for picking up the kids. Thank you so much for going to the grocery store, right? We say thank you to the people around us who help us out. But how often do you say thank you to you? And this is important because think about from the time you get up in the morning to the time you go to bed, all the opportunities you have to either work toward your goals or to do sabotagey things that kind of counter what you say your goals are. And this is very important, right? Because when you wake up in the morning, you chose to put on your shoes, you chose to go for your 5-minute walk, you chose to pack your lunch, you chose to make a healthy breakfast as opposed to driving through and getting a coffee and a muffin. You chose to say no to an offer to go get lunch and eat the one you packed, right? You maybe chose to go for some time with your kids in the afternoon, to run around at the park and get some movement in. You chose to come home and cook a healthy dinner. You chose. You could have chose something that wasn't helpful, and all of those instances. And we tend to zero in. Instead of being grateful, we tend to zero in and say, oh, you had been doing so good today. Why did you do blank, 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 blank? Oh my gosh, and we fixate on the one thing we don't do, and we never say thank you to ourselves for all the things we do. And you might be saying to yourself, yeah, but Heather, I expect that of me. I mean, I look at you, I need to get this done. The attitude you bring to this is going to be reflected in the outcome. If you want to feel happy about this process, if you want to enjoy this process, if you want to get the most out of this process, you've got to have a more grateful heart toward yourself. You're really good at saying thank you to other people. You're really good at acknowledging the things they do to help you out. But you also need to do that for yourself. Yes, there are going to be days you screw up and you make mistakes. But if that's all where your focus is, no wonder you don't feel good about yourself. No wonder you're sitting there feeling like it's a slog, right? Because the other 100 things you did that actually were helpful, you didn't acknowledge. It's kind of like the parent, you got straight A's on your report card, you get 1 B, right? And as opposed to saying, oh my gosh, honey, you did so good. Look at all the A's you got on your report card. You fixate on the 1 B. And you don't even mention all the other A's that you got on the report card, right? And this is kind of how we treat ourselves. And I want you to change it around. I want you to start really thinking, okay, what can I be grateful for that I did today? I was talking to somebody the other day and they said, I used to feel like I was never getting anything done until I actually sat down and I wrote down the fact I made my breakfast. I packed my lunch. I took the kids to school. All of a sudden I realized, this person said, all of a sudden I realized if I had to pay somebody to do all that, it would be expensive. If I had to hire somebody to make my breakfast, pack my lunch, take my kids to school, show up at work, do these reports, go grocery shopping, clean the house, all of a sudden I would be paying a lot of money to a maid and a nanny and I do all that, right? So why can't I just say thank you? Why can't I take a moment and acknowledge all the good things I do that contribute to my health, to my family's well-being, to all the things I want to accomplish? Gratitude for your actions is very important in all this, because what do you know? Your habits and your behaviors lead to where you are right now. If you want to have a different physical body over time, you want to change your health, you're going to have to change your habits and your daily comings and goings. You're the powerhouse. You're the one that can get it done. Why not say thank you to that person? Why not acknowledge the good A's on the report card? And yeah, there's a B or a C or whatever. And you have an area to improve just like everyone else. But it doesn't mean you can't acknowledge it. How do you do this on a practical way? You could have a simple journal. Every morning, what am I grateful that I accomplished today? What am I grateful? How am I grateful for showing up and helping others? How am I grateful for contributing to my health and my wellness? Check in with yourself. Really think through what you accomplished today. Start to appreciate yourself. The more you create a good relationship with you, guess what? The more motivated you are to take care of you, because you start to get the gravity of what happens when you're not there, right? So I just want to encourage you, think about this whole process different. Say thank you to you for a job well done. Pay attention to the things you do well and acknowledge them. Also, you can say, yes, I didn't do this well, but you don't fixate on it. That doesn't become the point of fixation. It's, oh yes, I could improve here, but these are the things I'm doing really well, and I'm going to acknowledge that. And I'm going to make a plan to improve on these other areas. You guys have a fantastic day, and I will talk to you soon.